Okay. That's not yours.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, I know we do have homework today, so we'll make sure we get that covered here. I want to do a quick review of what we talked about last Thursday, Friday. We had two major topics. We will have homework today. The second half class, after lunch, we start reviewing for the test. When's our test this week?
Friday.
Thursday. So we're going to do a review today, review tomorrow. So we can go through the first half or second half. You'll get your practice guide after lunch. So I'll hand it out and then we'll start the review. Okay? So we'll do one page, the second page, because I think it's only front and back. Pretty sure it's just one page. It's kind of like a small quiz. It's not very big. So, all right, but the second one right now, we're in 1.8 to 1.9. It's based on expressions. So expressions. So the main thing that I want to make sure that we cover is the two major topics. We have numerical expressions. That's the main thing here, where we need to make sure that we understand what exponential form means. Exponential form. Okay, and expanded form, because expanded form actually describes why the answers turn out the way they do. So that's our first topic, to make sure that we understand how to get certain numbers. And then our last topic today is the order of operations. So this is stuff we've done since last Thursday, but I just want to make sure that we understand we get the right answers. So order of operations stuff, which is Penrose. Okay. And we'll do a couple examples of that. I might pull a couple of prompts in the book, or I'll ask you to pick a number, and you guys always somehow figure out which prompt I'm going to do. So we'll do that, and then we have homework today, which will be due on Thursday this week. The homework they give you today. Because remember, we don't have school on Wednesday this week, so it's kind of we have a day off on Wednesday. So the homework will be due on Thursday. That is September, I believe it's the 22nd. The homework we get today. So you have today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, obviously, to work on it. So, and then obviously the practice guide will be due on Thursday, so you have some time to finish that up. Okay, so any questions with what we're gonna attempt today? Okay, so I'm gonna do two problems, and then I'll let you guys pick a problem out of the book for this exponential form here, and you might hit a homework problem or two, and then we'll do an order of operations where I do kind of the same thing. We do one or two problems, and then I'll let you pick one from the book and see if you guys can get one. So exponential form. Let's see, my example is 5 to the 4th power. Okay, that's an exponential form. It's got a base and it's got an exponent. Now in that problem, since it's an exponential form, which number is the base?
5.
5. That's your base, right? This is the important number. This is the number that you're going to multiply a bunch of times. Okay? Exponent obviously is the other term. That's your exponent. That tells you how many times you're going to take the base times itself. You're not adding, you're not subtracting, you're not dividing. You are multiplying here. And you're not taking 5 times 4. That is not the answer. Okay? So, this is what you're looking at here. This is exponential form. It's using a base and a power. Okay? What we want is, I want you to write it in expanded form. Expanded form, where you expand it out. You actually write, what does this actually mean? So, just like we talked about on Thursday and Friday last week, 5 to the 4th, what does that actually mean?
5 times itself.
Exactly. This is expanded form. That's what it means. Does that make sense now? That you're actually multiplying the base 4 times. That's what they're telling you. Okay, so when you do this, when you're actually taking 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, I usually just group these together. So what's 5 times 5?
25.
25. Group these two together, that's 25 again, and now we're going to take 25 times 25. And you're going to have to do that. Choose to do that by hand. You should get an answer like 625. Yeah, I think that's the answer, but let me do that out loud, so, or do it on the board here in column method. So I'll do it by column method, if you wanna do it by lattice, that's fine. 25 times 25, 5 times 5 is 25, carry the 2, that's 10 plus 2, which is 12, okay? Guard dog, I'm done with the 5 now. 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and yes, it is 625. Alright, so that's your answer. Okay? Alright, is there any questions with 5 to the 4th power? Notice, that was the number 5, and you put it to the 4th power. 4, that's really small, and you already got 625. It's a huge number. Bigger powers, you know, way bigger answers. It depends on what your actual base is. Sometimes you get a base, you can get a base of 13 there. These numbers are going to be astronomically big. So you're going to have to trust that you're multiplying. Okay? Alright, let's do another one. I'll let you guys pick the base number. Pick a base. 6. Okay? Pick a power to put on the 6.
5.
5. Okay. 6 to the 5th. Okay, so I can already tell you right now, this is going to be a very, very large number. It's going to be, because you have the base of 6 5 times. Okay, so this is exponential form. What is it as expanded form?
6.
Yeah, exactly. Times 6 times 6. Okay, so yeah, that's expanding it out, writing out what it actually means. That's what the exponent tells you. Now it's multiplying, you're not adding or subtracting. So I'm going to group some of these up. So what's 6 times 6?
36.
So those group together to make 36. These two will group together to make 36. And then I just have that lone 6 in the back. So, alright, so I always like to group in pairs of 2s. So now I'm probably gonna, let's do these two in the back. These might make it a little bit easier to understand. So I'm gonna group those two in the back to make a bigger number. So 36 times 6, write it down on paper. 6 times 6 is 36, carry the 3. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21, so it's 216. Yikes. So that's a big number, and I'm not even done yet. Because now what do I have to multiply?
216 and 36.
Yeah, 216 times 36. I'll do it, you want by lattice or by column method?
Column.
Column? Okay, I'll do it by 216 times 36 by, and this will be my final answer when I actually multiply this out, because I don't actually know what this number is going to be. 6 times 6 is 36, carry the 3. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. 6 times 2 is 12. Going on to the next number. So moving on to the 3 now. 3 times 6 is 18, carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Add straight down, that is a 6. This is 17, carry 1. That's 6 plus 1 is 7. That's a 7, so geez, 7,776. That is just picking a 6, a small number, mind you, to a 5th power. Whoa, that's a lot. That's big. Okay. Pretty sure the powers don't go above, I'm pretty sure the powers today do not go above 6 or 7. They stay relatively small. I could have picked problems that were bigger, but. Okay, now here's my question to you. Do you want another problem of that, or are you comfortable with the exponents? Okay, I may have given you a problem there. So, okay, let's go to the order of operations. Alright, so, order of operation problems, kind of the same idea. They'll have some exponents in them, that's why I wanted to cover them. But it's just, you know, doing a math problem out and trying to solve it out. So, let's do a problem where we got almost everything in it. So, let's go 3 plus 5 times 2 divided by parentheses 3 minus 1 plus 4 minus 2 to the 3rd power. So, got almost everything in this problem. Okay, this is kind of like the problems you're going to have today, where they just give you a numerical expression, there's just numbers in there, and they're going to ask you to simplify this problem down using the correct order of operations. Now, if you don't remember the order of operations, parentheses, you have to do those first. You can do them all at once, that's fine, but then you got to do exponents if you have them. And And that's the part some people always get wrong, so you gotta be careful. Exponents is what we just got done doing, the exponential form. Okay, then you can multiply or divide. Left to right, so it's whatever one comes first, that's why I go multiply or divide, doesn't matter. And then add and subtract last. Now, adding and subtracting last, I always say that, but mind you, if you're doing a parenthesis, you have to finish the parentheses. So you might have to like add and subtract first sometimes, because you gotta finish out that bracket that you're working in. Okay, so I think some of you probably already started this problem, correct? Okay, so what would you want to do first? Throw it out there, what do you got?
The parentheses first.
Okay, so let's just say it out loud. What do you get in those parentheses?
2.
A 2 here on this first one. What about the second one?
2.
2. Oh, okay, so they're both just 2s, right? Alright. So now notice when I do this. When I do this, it just, I'm done with parentheses, right? When I do the math in there, I get rid of the bars now. And now I can move on to the second. So the first check mark is done. I'm done with parentheses. I did them all at once. That is totally fine because you gotta finish those out. Okay, exponents. Do we have any? Yes. 2 to the third. It is not 6. Not 6. It is 2 times 2 times 2. So if you group these up, what does this make?
4.
4 times 2, which is?
8.
Ah, that's your problem. So this is an 8 sitting here. Then you have the 2 divided 2 times 5, and then the plus 3. Right. This is why I gave you that. Writing it in expanded form, knowing what this actually turns out to be, so you're not making that simple error saying, oh, it's 2 times 3. No, it's not. It's 2 times itself a bunch of times. Okay, so now we're done with exponents. We've finished those, check mark those off. Okay, now we're on to multiplying or dividing. Which one do we need to do first?
5 and 2. You got 5 and 2.
5 and 2, yeah. You gotta multiply first. Because the multiplication, when you go left, right, is the first thing you see. So 5 times 2 is?
10.
10. So we have the 10 sitting here. Alright. Divide by 2 plus 8. Alright. And now at this point, now I can do the division part. Because the multiplication was first, the 5 times 2 on that problem. And now what's 10 divided by 2? 5. So this turned right back into 5 again. And now I can just add. It looks like it's just adding the rest of the problem. I don't need to worry about going left to right. I can add in any order I want. It's going to be, the 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 8, 16. I don't mind in the end if you can just do that all in your head, because I know some people can do that. So, notice, this is what I want. This is exactly the style of homework that I'd like to see. That you're actually showing me some work, you're writing it down. It should be like a V in shape. You're working your way down until it tapers down. Called simplifying, showing all work, one step at a time. Okay, so now here's my question to you. Would you like to do another one? Or are you comfortable? Comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna turn you loose on homework here. After lunch, we'll start our review of the practice guide. Okay, and I'll hand those out so everyone has one. Okay, so I'll give you those after lunch. That way you guys can focus on your homework right now. Okay, if you did not turn in homework last Friday, make sure that gets turned in. I think your grades will be updated tonight. I was updating the pre-calc and geometry all yesterday, so. Alright, here's your homework today. It is page, I'll leave those examples on the board. It is page, okay, you got 2 pages here. So page 30, 9 through 17, exercise A. And then you have page 31, 2 through 10, exercise A. Alright, there you go. These are due on Thursday this week. Now remember, we do not have school on Wednesday. Now, before you just make sure, from now on with the homework, when we have homework and you're looking at my website, what I'm going to do, because some people brought this up in later classes and I thought this was really interesting. What I'll do is, on the website when you're actually doing homework, and that'll be starting this week, I'm going to take a picture of both of these pages, and I'll put those on my website. Because I know some people, they tend to forget their book, and they're at home, and they're trying to work on it, they don't realize they don't have their book. The homework pages will be posted on that lesson plan. So, I'm hoping I don't get copyright infringement. I don't think any book publishers will have a problem with that, so, as long as you're doing homework, so. I'll give them all credits and rights to it, so. I get your email. Yes, I'll make that. That's fine. Trust me, it's plenty in advance. Mrs. A's last year, she would just tell me the day of. Okay, well, I need you here at 7:30. Oh, okay. All right, I'll make it.
Those early ones, I always try to
No,
plan in
no.
advance.
Trust me, you're plenty in advance. You'll probably have to remind me. Oh,
This is from last week.
perfect. Thank you. Get that done and graded. Perfect.
It's the 19th day, right?
It is the 19th. Alright, let's go to lunch.